Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marley. You're watching Marley's Inspiration. Y'all, we have a lot of stuff that is happening right now. A lot of unexpected things is happening right now. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes like I always do, and then I'm going to get started. So I'm going to do the 5-minute countdown, and then we will get started with everything that I have to share with you. I just got out of class an hour ago, and I was checking Telegram. And whenever I check Telegram, I always go to the very top first, and I work my way down. There are outages that are reported in Spotify, Discord, Wikipedia, Twitter, Amazon Web Services, Destiny, Facebook, Gas Buddy, Cloudflare. YouTube is having some outages, but we're live, so we're going to see how long we stay live. Instagram, Snapchat, Chase, Apple Store, Steam, Netflix, Apple Music, TikTok, T-Mobile, Wow, Interactive Brokers, and Gmail. Once again, these are the outages that are being reported right now. Hi, Mary, Shield of Faith, Trisha, Mary Loves God. Okay, so once again, I'm going to go through the outages that are being reported right now. As of 1:57 p.m., it's 2:20 p.m. Central my time. So once again, I'm going to go through this list. According to Down Detector, all of these services are having issues. They're down. We are live on YouTube, so it must be some aspects of YouTube that are down. But I'm going to go through the list again. It's Spotify, Discord, Wikipedia, Twitter, Amazon Web Services, Destiny, Facebook, Gas Buddy, Cloudflare, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Chase, Apple Store, Steam, Netflix, Apple Music, TikTok, T-Mobile, Wow, Interactive Brokers, and Gmail. All of these services are having outages right now. All of these services. I want to let everybody know that I have been very busy this morning with class. And on top of that, everything that is going on with my family. I have not been able to reply to emails. I have not checked emails. I've actually been on the phone nonstop, off and on with my sister, with my brother, about everything that is going on down there. And he has been told, hi Crystal, hi Trisha Lynn, hi Alice. He has been told, prepare for the worst. The fire is less than a mile from his house. It is less than a mile from his house. And everyone, please pray for rain for my brother. He is literally about to lose everything that he owns. He has a family. He has 2 children. He has a wife. Trisha Lynn, this is the fire that is in Northwest Florida. It's called the Bertha Swamp Fire, I want to say is what it's called. They are actually fighting it right now. There are 3 helicopters in the air, several fire trucks. There's a lot of people that are out there trying to fight this fire to keep it away from my brother's house. The thing about my brother's house is out in the country. And whenever there's a fire, the more trees that you have, the more brush that you have, the more fuel that you have for the fire. So we are really praying for rain right now. That is what we are praying for. We are praying for rain. You understand where he's at? Yes, please, please be praying for him, Trisha. It was unexpected, and this morning when he first woke up, he got the call that the wind had shifted the other direction. And then all of a sudden, I think it was around 11:30, the wind shifted back toward his house. So we are praying that the rain gets there soon. The rain is on the way. We're just praying that the rain gets there soon. Okay. So let me go back to what I was going to share with you. The other night, whenever Israel and Damascus, whenever Israel had their airstrikes on Damascus, Israel took out two. Let me go up here so I can tell you exactly what they were. Two Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps members were killed in Damascus the other night. They were both colonels. Well, what has happened today is Iran has said Iran's IRGC vows to avenge the death of its two members killed in an Israeli strike in Syria. As a result, all Israeli air defense systems placed on a state of high alert following those threats. So that is where we're at right now. Remember, I said everybody keep your eyes on Syria, keep your eyes on Israel. I felt like this was a distraction. This Ukraine thing is definitely a distraction because there's things that's going on behind the scenes that we do not see that is making me and a lot of others say this is a distraction. There's something else at play here. Yes, Trisha, my brother was actually affected by Hurricane Michael. The area where he was, which you know that area, so I don't have to tell you where it is, but that area was affected. He had just moved up here to Mississippi to be with us, and he stayed up here for a year, and he went back down there because he had a job offer. So everyone, please be praying for rain for where my brother is at. Trisha knows where he's located because she's in the Panama City area. So she knows exactly where he's located. So that is why if you have texted me, if you have tried calling me, if you tried reaching out to me, I apologize. I have been nonstop busy since I woke up this morning. One with class and two with updates, getting updates about my brother and his home and praying that his home is not destroyed in this fire. I'm praying that the rain gets there soon. So once again, I want to share with you the outages that are happening. As we speak, let me read these outages to you again. Spotify, Discord, Wikipedia, Twitter, Amazon Web Services, Destiny, Facebook, GasBuddy, Cloudflare, YouTube, I hear thunder, Instagram, Snapchat, Chase, Apple Store, Steam, Netflix, Apple Music, TikTok, T-Mobile, Wow. And if you want to know what Wow is, it's cable. It's cable. That's what Wow is. I used to work for Wow. Interactive Brokers and Gmail. So these are all the service outages that are happening right now. On top of everything that's going on with Israel. And of course, I have to speak on what happened today. I have to speak on what happened today. So, Pinocchio thought it would be a good idea to ban Russian oil imports. And now the Brent, I guess that's crude oil, is sitting at $133 a barrel. $133 a barrel. Oh no, Trisha. Yes, I know where Callaway is. Pray for a supernatural wall of protection for your brother's property. Thank you, Miss Mary. During fasting, God told you to read Psalm 83. Sneak said, Israel is God's people. Y'all know Jesus is coming back really, really soon. We are so close than we actually think. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are very close to the return of the Lord. If only people could see through the eyes of God and know how close we are. But with the decision that Pinocchio made today, it is going to send prices skyrocketing. And that is what I've been keeping a close eye on, because not only is it the US that is banning Russian oil, but it is also the UK. The UK has decided to ban Russian oil. And Putin signed a decree stating that all export of products and raw materials will be immediately banned. So anything that we may have gotten from Russia, and I'm not up to date on anything that we get from Russia, but anything that we may have gotten from Russia has been immediately banned. So let me read that again. Putin has signed a decree stating that all export of products and raw materials will be immediately banned. Poland is ready to deploy all their MiG-29 jets to the Ramstein Air Base in Germany and place them at the disposal of the U.S. Goodness, it's getting dark in here. Oh, I don't have my light on. No wonder. Okay, that's better. I can see so much better. I don't know why I didn't turn that light on. Okay. Statement of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland in connection with the statement by the U.S. Secretary of State on providing airplanes to Ukraine. The authorities of the Republic of Poland, after consultations between the President and the government, are ready to deploy immediately and free of charge all their MiG-29 jets to the Ramstein Air Base and place them at the disposal of the government of the United States of America. At the same time, Poland requests the United States provide them with used aircraft and corresponding operations capabilities. Poland is ready to immediately establish the conditions of purchase of the planes. The Polish government also requests other NATO allies, owners of MiG-29 jets, to act in the same vein. And that was a government article. That was not a news article. That was an actual government article from the government of Poland. And I'm so sorry if y'all hear that. They are across the street from our house right now working on building a laundromat, and it sounds like they're trying to dig up concrete. It sounds horrible out there right now. Okay. Let me do a screen share so y'all can see this. And if you want the article, let me know and I'll post it in chat. Western Europe may unite to form their own military. Let me repeat that. Western Europe may unite to form their own military, a development consistent with Gog-Magog war. You heard that right. This article is from today, March the 8th. And then there's the scripture from Ezekiel 38:7. Be ready, prepare yourselves, you and all the battalions mustered about you, and hold yourself in reserve for them. Ezekiel 38:7. Several European nations responded to Russia's invasion of Ukraine by building up their defense budgets. The calls for a multinational European Union military are even more concerning in a decidedly pre-Gog-Magog development. In a televised speech on Wednesday night, French President Emmanuel Macron renewed his calls for an EU army, saying that Europe had entered a new era and would need to boost investment in military defense and energy independence. We can no longer depend on others to feed us, care for us, inform us, finance us, Macron said. We cannot depend on others to defend us, whether on land, at sea, under the sea, in the air, in space, or cyberspace. In this respect, our European defense must take a new step forward. Our European defense needs to pass a new stage, Macron said. We can no longer depend on others, notably on Russian gas, to move around, heat ourselves, and make our factories work. Macron added that Europe must pay the price for peace. Do you see what that says? Pay the price for peace. War in Europe no longer belongs in our history books or school books. It is here before our eyes, Macron continued. Democracy is no longer considered an unquestionable system. It is questioned before our eyes. Our freedom of our children is no longer a given. To this brutal return of tragedy in history, we must respond with historic decisions. He also placed blame for the conflict firmly on Putin. Putin alone and desperately chose this war, Macron said, emphasizing that the invasion of Ukraine did not include NATO. This war is not a conflict between NATO and the West on one side and on Russia on the other. There are no NATO troops or bases in Ukraine. And you see, the article continues. So if anyone wants this article, I will definitely share it in chat for you. Let me get it real quick. There's the article. I'm going to stop screen sharing. Exactly. Exactly, Miss Mary. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. We are going to wait on an article, but I'm going to tell you what just broke. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, start looking up. Start looking up and do not fear with what I'm about to tell you. Start looking up. Jesus is coming so soon. Jesus is coming so soon. We know that Damascus, we know what happens to Damascus. We know that prophecy, do we not? I'm about to share with you something. 2:35 p.m. This was posted. It is 2:38 p.m. Central. I'm saying the time so you can know what time it was when this was said. Syria and Iran have decided to jointly respond to the 2 Israeli airstrikes which took place on the 7th of March, killing 2 IRGC officers. Let me explain that again. Syria and Iran have decided to jointly respond to the Israeli airstrike which took place on the 7th of March, killing 2 IRGC officers. Did you just hear what I just said? I'm going to see if I can't find an article on that. Syria and Iran have decided to jointly respond to the Israeli airstrike, which took place on March 7th, killing 2 IRGC officers. And on top of that, Iran vows revenge. Iran's IRGC vows to avenge the death of its 2 members killed in Israeli strike in Syria. And I guarantee you it won't be long and Amir is going to be posting something. Syria and Iran once again have decided to jointly respond to the Israeli airstrike which took place on the 7th of March, killing 2 IRGC officers. You did, Miss Mary? Okay. I don't have my iPad in here. My personal email and my YouTube email are completely different. I'm going to have to go check it after I get off the live. There is a lot happening, y'all. I will definitely check it as soon as I get off the live, which I do need to. Let me send a text real quick and check on my brother real quick. Mary loves God. Yes, YouTube is censoring the comments and chat. That is not me. If they disagree with a link that you're trying to share or a comment that you're trying to say, they will delete it immediately. They will block it where you can't even put it through chat. Debbie said she put the link above that tells about God intervening in Ukraine. YouTube censors comments in the comment section. Yes, they do. And I will tell you, even if it is in here in the live, that they will send it to spam. They will send it to spam. Because each of us creators, we get an email if somebody says something in chat that YouTube disagrees with. The thing about the comment section is the creator is responsible for the comments that are said on a live and in chat. So whenever you say something in chat, if YouTube disagrees with it, if they consider it something that should not be said, that could go against the creator's channel altogether. But they do censor in the chat. They do censor the chat. I don't know why, but they just started recently doing that. They just started recently censoring the chat because they want to keep us from sharing certain information. So they are literally doing everything they can to block information in the chat, because that is where you share links with me if you're blue. If you're not blue, you can't share links. But if you are blue, you can share links. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going through Telegram because I'm trying to see if anything else has been said. And I'm also going to go and see if I can't find an article about Syria and Iran. But the thing is, we have to remember that here in the US, they are censoring what information we can see and what information we can't see. So I'm going to try and, whoops, okay. Let me see if I can't find, y'all bear with me just a second. Whoops. I'm going to go to Israel 365 News, is what I'm going to do. Let me go to Israel 365 News. Okay, let's see what we can't find out. I'm not able to see comments right now because I'm trying to find an article. So just bear with me just a second. Okay, let's see. All right, so here's an article. All right, I've got the article pulled up. So let me go in and do a screen share real quick. Okay. Once again, there's an ad pop-ups. Okay. So this is an article from yesterday near Damascus, Syria. Media claims. Okay. So let me scroll down. Two people were killed by Israel strikes on targets near Damascus early on Monday morning. Syrian aerial act of aggression from the direction of southern Beirut, targeting with missiles some sites in Damascus vicinity. The Syrian Arab News Agency reported, citing a military official. Israel's Channel 12 News quoted Syrian reporters as saying that the strikes focused on several targets around the town of, I can't say that word, including a military camp used by Iranian militias. 2 weeks ago, Syria state media attributed a similar attack to Israel, also in the Damascus area. 3 soldiers were killed in that incident. Okay, so 3 soldiers were killed in the previous incident before that. I don't know why it's not letting me click on that link. Hold on, let me go on my phone and see if I can't click it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, so let me paste that in the prayer group, and then I'm going to go over to the prayer group and I'm going to do a screen share from that article. Okay. Okay, so here is the article that Miss Mary just put in the chat for us. Iran's Kaji meets with Syrian president in Damascus. Um, Senior aide of the Iranian foreign minister was received for a meeting in the Syrian capital on Tuesday, according to Sana. Talks during the meeting dealt with bilateral relations between Syria and Iran and efforts exhorted by the institutions of both parties to enhance cooperation in all fields, particularly in the economic sector, to serve the interests of 2 friendly countries and people. So basically, Iran and Syria have an alliance. Okay. I don't see any updates as of yet. Let's see. So I'm going to go. It's March 9th already over there. Wow. Okay. So we see everything that's going on with Iran. I'm going to stop screen sharing real quick. I'm going to scroll up. Russia has announced a ceasefire for Wednesday morning, according to agencies. And I've already read the article. It was a government article about Poland sending MiGs. I'll read it again because some of you may not have been in here whenever I read it. So let me pull that back up for you. Okay, so this is a statement. This is a website of the Republic of Poland. This is an actual government website. The good thing about Telegram, you can get links that you normally wouldn't be able to get. But statement of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Republic of Poland in connection with the statement by the U.S. Secretary of State on providing airplanes to Ukraine. The authority of the Republic of Poland, after consultations between the President and government, are ready to deploy immediately and free of charge all their MiG-29 jets to the Ramstein Air Base and place them at the disposal of the government of the United States. At the same time, Poland requests the United States provide them with used aircraft corresponding operational capabilities. Poland is ready to immediately establish the conditions of purchase of the planes. The Polish government also requests other NATO allies, owners of MiG-29 jets, to act in the same vein. And the thing about this is, y'all, the U.S. did not know that this was said. The U.S. did not know this was said. Let me go down here because they were questioned about it. And this is from Jack Posobiec. U.S. government was unaware of Polish offer to send MiGs to Ramstein Air Base. Officials blindsided, per Jennifer Griffin. So the U.S. had no clue that that was even offered. No clue at all. So everyone, make sure that you know that you are right with God. I'm not saying this to bring fear. As I always say, I'm not saying this to bring fear. I'm saying this so you know the time we're in. So you know how close we are truly to the coming of the Lord. Don't allow anyone to steal your hope. We did a little lesson last night on the Galilean wedding, and I read it to you so that, and you were able to see it on screen. You were able to see it on screen. So that should give you hope right there about the rapture. And then there is a tweet that was just posted. U.S. expresses surprise over Poland offer to give jets for Ukraine war. So the U.S. had no clue. No clue. Let me scroll down. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to yawn in the microphone. And there is the thunder. I was wondering how long it would take. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here since it's storming and I don't like sitting in front of computers during storms. But remember, keep looking up. Jesus is coming so soon. And make sure that you know that you are right with God. Make sure. Don't wait. Don't wait because Jesus is coming soon and he could come at any moment. We see what's happening in the Middle East. We see what's happening in Europe. Keep your eyes on Jesus, but above all, do not fear. Do not fear. God is in control. I love all of you, and I will be back on around 7 tonight. Hopefully, it won't be storming by then, but I will be back on around 7 tonight because I want to talk to you about something that was placed on my heart. So I will see you at 7 tonight Central, and we are going to have a little discussion, and hopefully, it builds your faith and your hope even more. I love all of you, and I pray you have a great day, and I will see you at 7 p.m. Central.